What's up, world? Welcome to a new episode of the BrandonJaneauShow. As you know, I am Brandon Janeau, and like always, all podcast platforms everywhere. Brandon Janeau Show, social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, Brandon Janeau Show, and of course, like always, YouTube channel, Brandon Janeau Show. Man, I hope you guys enjoy this episode because tonight is point of view of random shit. Man, there's been some crazy shit going on. There's some crazy shit going on. Um, so let's get into it, man. Um, so Drake finally dropped his album for all my dogs. And I talk about the album, when I do Life of Times music, but I talk about it here. Fuck it. Um, since the moment it's dropped, it's been getting absolutely hated on, like bombs on it, just shit on it. Um, from every from every um angle of the music industry. Um I think with Drake, people I've seen this since if you're reading this it's too late. I've seen it since if you're reading this it's too late. Um yeah, I've seen this since if you're reading this it's too late. That now people say Drake has no classic albums. That is like my biggest like really? He has no classic albums? Like stop that shit. Um my thing with this is and Charlemagne did it before the album even came out with the Slime You Out um record. And he was like, this song sucks, this song isn't good. And Charlemagne's somebody I watch and but also he said something yesterday. I was just like, this nigga is smoking. This nigga on some shit. I was like, this nigga tripping. Um about the album and I was like, this nigga high. But anyway, um but Charlemagne shitted on a song, and now I see today he defended it. He defended the album, and I didn't hear what he said. But my thing with this situation is this: Joe Button, who jumped out the window and do what he always does, criticized the shit out the album. Was like, this album sucks, and he makes music for teenagers and kids. I need you to get around some older people, and I need you to do. And I'm just like, the problem with this shit is this. The problem with this shit is this. I'm gonna say this. I see people saying that uh Joe was right, and that's your own opinion. Do you think? But my problem with this is that people have been waiting. Every time Drake drops something, you shit on it. The man has been in the industry now for what 15. I mean, comeback season came out in '07, so about and this is 2003 in 2023, so it's about what 16, 17 years. So Far Gone came out in what 2009. Like the man's been dominant since '09. So I get it. Nobody reigns at the top forever. That just don't fucking happen. Um, but my problem with the shit is like every fucking time this nigga drop, you niggas are running out there being like, that shit is trash. This shit sucks. This shit is, and I'm like, and as a Drake fan, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a Drake fan, man. I'm not gonna sit and lie. I went to the show. Show was amazing. I saw another one of my favorite people, a comedian by the name of Ryan Davis, be like, "Oh, the show was terrible. I hated this show. I love Drake music, but the show was terrible." And like, there's a portion of the show, like every Drake show, there's a portion of the show where he kind of gives. There's a portion of Drake shows, and this is where he does songs for like the ladies. And let that nigga have that portion of the show. The niggas made songs like that. I can't knock the nigga for that. Do your shit, bro. So yeah, it was a portion in the show where he went up to the thing, to the box where now y'all see it on social media where he kind of got people, celebs and shit, in like the DJ booth that he got, and he go up there and then they kind of like remix his old songs and shit, and his songs and shit, and he kind of like sings it to like a Jamaican, Afro beat type vibe. And yeah, that's not for me. I really am not listening to that shit. I don't really care about that shit. But the shit on the mega whole show and be like, this shit was trash. It's like, come on, bro. I don't know if you niggas are doing it down just to get clicks and things, but and this is my biggest problem with niggas. This is truly my biggest problem with niggas. I'm gonna be dead as honest. This is truly my biggest problem with people. You hide under the cloak of I'm a fan of this person, but it's like, bruh, seriously, I want people to understand something, man, and truly understand this shit. Drake's last couple albums that he's physically done by himself are not for fucking day one listeners. So if you listening to the album and you're trying to just get some, you're trying to like automatically be like, this is the album. That ain't what the fuck he make his music for nowadays, bro. So for people that sit here and try to like bitch, moan, and complain about the shit, it makes me laugh because I'm like, bro, are you really even listening to the nigga shit? Or you doing what social media niggas do, which is run out here and scream the album is trash the first fucking night when you ain't even listened to the whole fucking body of work. I know you didn't listen to the whole album yet because there's no way in hell 23 songs you've already heard and you're like, this song's album, this trash, this album sucks. That's crazy to me. But I need you to go back to views because this is when like I said this on the Drake episode when I did the Drake episode. I said this is when people started hating on this nigga for some apparent reason, and they started saying the songs suck and his albums are trash and he can't make a good album. I'm like, really? Because so far gone, comeback season, so far gone. Thank me later. Take care. Nothing was the same. If you're reading this, it's too late. Comeback season, so far gone. Thank me later. Take care. Nothing was the same. If you're reading this, it's too late. That's six albums I count. That's classics. So y'all, right? That's six classics that I've heard people say. 30 times I hot. These are some good shit. So that's six classic albums. So when you say this nigga don't have a classic album, I just counted six projects that this nigga's dropped that is classics to y'all that y'all have physically said are classics. So what's the problem? I don't understand this fucking narrative. I never really physically understood this narrative. But as a Drake fan, I hate when I see Drake fans be like, "This shit is mid. This shit suck." And I did it. I'm not going, and I'm speaking from a perspective because I did it. The first time I heard this shit, I'm like, "Man, this shit. What the fuck is this?" But then I had to take myself out of that, man. I had to take myself out of that. I want to post this shit suck. Yeah, like I gotta stop being like you niggas on social media. I gotta stop being like you niggas that do that shit because y'all want to be the trash can niggas and this shit. Y'all want to run out there and just say this shit is trash. So I went back Sunday. I always do that. I always wait till the album come out a week and then I like to go sit and then listen to the body of work. And I'm listening to this shit and I'm like, yo, this nigga got hits on this bitch. What will Pluto do? That bitch fire, nigga. All the parties with him and Chief Keef, man, that shit fire. I'm like, what the fuck is these niggas talking about? Him and Yachty, that polar opposite shit, that shit hard than a bitch. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck are y'all talking about? 8 a.m. in Charlotte is dope as fuck. Like, and of course, first person shoot him over him and Cole. Like, come on, bro. I don't know what the fuck y'all niggas talking about. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all niggas talking about? But again, I had to take it out of perspective. I'm like, we live in a world right now where you want to be the first to give your opinion on something because you think that's valid. And it's not because you're not really even giving it a proper context. You're not even listening to the whole body of work. You just, especially recently with music, man, music is so fucking fickle and fans are so fucking fickle. I don't trust none of you niggas' opinions. The first time I heard it, I was like, I was rushing through it too, though. But I was rushing through it, so I wasn't really listening to it. So when again, I put these headphones on, they're noise cancellations, so I can listen to the body of work. I can listen to the album, and I'm like, nah, this nigga shit actually is dope, bro. Like again, you call yourself a Drake fan, but you can't be a Drake fan and then say the nigga shit trash because I don't think you really even heard the album. I don't think you listened. I don't think you physically heard the album. And when this comes out, I know niggas gonna get on my YouTube and say, "Nigga, what you talking about? That album suck." And again, and I am a Drake fan. All right, bro. Did you really listen to the album, or do you just want to just get on my YouTube channel and just say I'm crazy for saying you niggas don't know what the fuck you talking about? Because I don't think you niggas really are listening to the album. I think you just looking for the clicks. But the Drake hate is crazy. I'm seeing niggas on social media, and this is one thing I've seen. I've seen niggas people talk about. I've seen people talk about is Drake got a song, I guess, on the project where I guess he's talking about Rihanna, and I see people trying to be like, "Oh, leave her alone, she good," and all that. Like, I'm like, okay, but think about it from a perspective where he's in. This is probably, which he's even admitted that this is like his muse. Rihanna's like Drake's muse, man. That's always gonna be his muse. That's always gonna be somebody he's gonna always love. That's probably his real true love. He probably will probably admit that one day when it's all said and done. But not only are you not with that person is with a nigga you put on, a nigga you took on tour, a nigga that you've always bigged up, a nigga that you've always shown love to, a nigga that knows how close you are with that woman, a nigga like ASAP Rocky. And then you go off, this nigga goes off, and still pursues a relationship knowing how close you and her are, you and her have always been. But on top of that, how close y'all two niggas are. And I'm supposed to sit up here and be mad at Drake for feeling the way he feels? Nigga, fuck ASAP Rocky. Are you kidding me? That's some whole shit. I'm sorry. Like, when the fuck did I like? And don't sit up here just tell me because, well, that's Rihanna, nigga. So you would probably do the same shit. No, the fuck I wouldn't. What type of nigga is that? What type of loyal ass? What type of fake ass loyal nigga is that? Now I'm starting to question, nigga. Why was you really around me? Was you around me because you really was trying to get game from me, or was you around me because you was trying to steal my girl? Which one, nigga? Now I gotta question you. Now I gotta look at you different. The fuck? Y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want to say. That's fucked up. I don't give a fuck how they are now. I don't care. That's fucked up, my nigga. That's some hoe shit. I bought you on your first major tour, nigga. If you what was it called? You want a tour? You want a tour? Would you like a tour? That's what the shit was called. Would you like a tour? And it was ASAP Rocky, it was Janae Aiko, and it was Kendrick Lamar on that tour with Drake. And that was around he dropped Nothing Was the Same. And I'm supposed to sit and this nigga has always shouted ASAP Rocky out. Always showed this nigga love. So if he throws a bar at that nigga, take it. The fuck you mean? The fuck? And y'all out here being like, man, Drake he shouldn't have said nothing. The fuck, nigga? Hey, bro. It's like, I've been linked to this woman since 2009, my nigga. And now I'm supposed to just let the shit ride? Because, no, nigga. It didn't, like I said, like, bro. And he probably introduced them to. That's how crazy that shit sound. Like, if you think about it, like she been around that nigga longer than she known this nigga. So he probably introduced them to. She was probably with the nigga when she met ASAP. Like, what type of shit is that? Like, come on, like, nah, buddy, nah, buddy, no way in hell, my guy. And y'all can say whatever you want to say. That's some fuck shit. I don't care what nobody say. Nigga, you supposed to be my dude. You supposed to be my mans. And you snake me, my nigga? Like, what type of whole ass nigga is you? That gives me, I have no respect for ASAP. What the fuck y'all talking about, nigga? That's some whole shit. The fuck you mean? Nah, that's a disloyal ass nigga. The fuck? Nah, buddy. Nah, my nigga. Nah, my nigga. Y'all do too much shit. Y'all be like, nah, but that's Rihanna. I understand. No, my nigga, I don't give a fuck who it is. Nigga, you supposed to be my homie. You supposed to be my homie, bruh. At the end of the day, my nigga, you supposed to, bruh. Nah, she off limits, nigga. You know that. Type of nigga is you? Nah, buddy. Nah, nah. Y'all niggas tripping, bro. Nah, nigga. I'd throw shots at that nigga all day if I was Drake. That nigga Drake a better man than me. I'd be shooting shots at that nigga all fucking day. Every time I get in there, fuck ASAP. I, I get in the interview with the shit and say it out the gate. Fuck that shit. Nah, buddy. But for everybody that's hating on this nigga, Joe Budden, um, Joe Budden, people forget before Joe Budden retired and unretired when Drake threw a shot at him on the French Montana record. But here's the funny part: the same shit Joe Budden said about Drake, he said that same shit about Drake doing views. So you rehashing 7 years of shit that you said about this nigga 7 years ago. The difference is Joe Budden made like seven fucking diss tracks at Drake that year. People forget this shit. The murder by Drake, some shit, murdered something is on YouTube. Murdered OVO, some murdered Drake or some shit he made. It's like an 8 minute diss track. That's like think about an 8 minute diss track on this nigga, bro. And Drake said one thing in the French Montana song, pump, pump, pump it up. You let me turn into the nigga that you always was. And that's literally what he said. Now I don't know why Drake is responding to this nigga on social media like he did Charlamagne. I don't know why this nigga is responding to niggas on social media. But also, again, like I said, I could kind of understand it a little bit because Drake is the only nigga I've ever seen get this much hate with this much dominance. I've never seen this shit. And a nigga, and this is how I feel. A nigga that hates you that much, niggas that would just talk about you regardless of how they feel about, they really respect you and they really fuck with you. But because you have never shown them that proper respect, you never shown them that courtesy back, which is kind of weird because just Drake has literally said he tried to sound like Joe Budden back in the day. He's literally said in interviews when he used to listen to Joe Budden, when he started rapping, he tried to sound like Joe Budden. So you know what I'm saying? But I think it's crazy that people have this much hate for this man like they do when the man's done nothing wrong. Like it's just, this shit is the craziest shit. I've never seen a man that has done 15. I've never seen niggas hate on Wayne like this. I've never seen niggas hate. Shit, I damn sure ain't never seen y'all niggas hate on Kanye. Kanye said way worse shit than this niggas ever. Drake ain't done shit. Drake ain't said nothing to the sort. But Kanye's literally dissed us. Look, people that look just like his ass, he's dissed us, and y'all still find ways to forgive this nigga. But Drake is the nigga y'all want to hate on, and y'all niggas want to shoot shots at all day. I don't understand you. I'm sorry. I don't understand y'all niggas. I'm sorry. I don't get you niggas. Anyway, I don't get y'all. I don't get y'all, man. But For All My Dogs is actually a really good body of work. Like y'all gotta pump the fucking brakes. Stop trying to compare everything to this new generation shit. These niggas in this new generation drop albums 2 weeks in a row. Reason why? Because the music is here today, going to fucking tomorrow. And if this nigga is retired, leaving for a year and a half, y'all gonna miss this nigga when he gone. And I promise you, you will. You know why? Because who the fuck gonna take the mantle when this nigga's gone? Who? Anyway, getting into another topic, man. I wrote this shit down tonight. I actually had to write this shit down because I was like, I'm not fucking this up. I don't want to go off top of dome because I don't know a lot of shit. And I might talk about something that's completely the wrong shit. And I don't know what the fuck I want to talk about. So I just wrote some shit down. So one thing that I do want to talk about is they found the man that killed uh killed Tupac. Um Keefe D, I think is his name. Now, this is the crazy shit that I've always just never understood. Keefe D has said this shit in numerous interviews. Like, this nigga said this shit in numerous interviews, bro. Like, he said this shit in the Death Row Chronicles, what they did on BET. He literally was getting interviewed and literally said, "We saw Pac, Suge, and them. Pac, we would have drove right past Pac and Suge if Pac wasn't hanging out the window trying to holler at girls." He literally said this shit on the fucking TV. Like he said this shit in the doc. Like I don't know how the fuck they didn't arrest this nigga then. Like the fuck were y'all waiting for? This nigga literally says we saw Pac and Suge driving, and if we never saw Pac hanging out the window of the car that they were in that night, they would have drove right past us, and we would have never even noticed it. But the fact that Pac was hanging out the window, taking pictures, trying to take pictures with girls, we spun the block, made a whole my nigga driving the car, did a whole U-turn and drove back and got them. This nigga said this on camera. BET, bro. Like, what the fuck? And this nigga is just now getting arrested? To make it worse, the nigga said the shit on Vlad like a couple of years before that. They interviewed this nigga and he said the shit on Vlad. Like, bruh, are you serious? It took you niggas that fucking long to arrest this nigga? Are you kidding me? The nigga snitched on himself. How the fuck this nigga snitched on himself. How the fuck yo, this nigga snitched on himself. This nigga snitched this nigga snitched on himself. What the fuck? Hey y'all, what the fuck? Bruh, I don't understand that shit. I'm sorry. I don't understand it. I don't know why it took y'all niggas this motherfucker long. Like, bro, just arrest the nigga. You could have arrested this nigga like a decade ago. Could have got this shit over and done with. But anyway, I always felt this way though. I felt like if I never thought in my lifetime I would actually see somebody. I never thought I'd see somebody get arrested for Pac murder or Biggie's murder. And I always felt like because those two murders are kind of tied together. They're linked to each other. They're linked together. I've always felt like if you find out who killed Pac, you probably find out who killed Big. Excuse me. I've always felt that way. I've always felt that way. I felt like if you find out who killed Pac, you probably find out who killed Big. And now, allegedly, allegedly, gotta put the allegedly in it. I don't know who watches this shit. Allegedly, people are saying that Puff was a part of the Pac murder. Um, do I think Puff did it? And I know people would sit up here and think, man, Puff, pussy, you wouldn't do some shit like that. Puff would do it. what what uh what 50 told Tariq in Power? Whatever they said your daddy did, that nigga did that shit. I believe Puff did that shit. Allegedly. See? Allegedly. I think Puff did it. Allegedly. I think he did it. But I also think he had something to do with Biggie's murder. Allegedly. I think he had something to do with Biggie's murder too. Wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't. Biggie was gonna leave Bad Boy. If you actually read, if you listen to if you listen to everything that's been said from multiple sources that's been out there, they have said Biggie was gonna probably leave Bad Boy. like, after he dropped Ready to Life After Death, he was probably gonna leave Bad Boy. And even more so, the Commission album, which I think was a group that was gonna have Biggie and Hove, which Hove even said on the Pusha T joint. People keep asking if Big was alive, Hove wouldn't be in this position. If Big had survived, y'all would have got the commission. Hove even said it. Like, so do I think if Big was alive, then things would have been left? And I've also said this. I actually posted this on social media like a year or two ago. I said if Biggie was still alive, we'd be looking at Diddy like he Dame Dash, and we'd be looking at Big like he Hove. It wouldn't even be the same, bro. I think too many people. I think Diddy did it. This is just my thought. I think Diddy did it. I think he had something to do with both murders. I wouldn't be too surprised. I would not be too surprised if Biggie, if come to find out that Puff had something to do with both people murders. I wouldn't be surprised, bro, because like I said, Pac was an obstacle, Suge was an obstacle, Death Row was a dangerous source, a dangerous, you know, entity in hip hop at that time in the '90s, late '90s. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if you also hear the sources, you also hear, I think also in the Chronicles, I think Keefe D said that when Bad Boy, when Pac and them pulled up on them at the Source Awards, and they put up on the curve, and Pac was the the in camouflage. Pac was in the camouflage. Biggie and them had Crenshaw Crips with them. You know who's in that Crenshaw Crips? Who's affiliated with them also? Kofi D. So it's shit like that, bro. Like I don't think that people could sit here and tell me that Puff probably was Puff. That's an obstacle for Puff. That was a huge obstacle. But also the reason why I've also felt like Puff might have had something to do with Biggie's murder, and it's just me personally, because yeah, Biggie leaving Bad Boy was one thing. That is true. Biggie leaving Bad Boy is one thing. But I truly believe that Biggie leaving Bad Boy is one thing, but I think Diddy also knew he would never find another Biggie if he left Bad Boy, which he hasn't. He still hasn't found another Biggie after he left Bad Boy. Like Bad Boy has never really recovered from Biggie's passing. Diddy's literally lived off the legacy of what Biggie created. That is true. That is not a lie. That is a true fucking statement. And I feel like Bad Boy was just a different entity, man, with Biggie. So to be honest, man, do I think Diddy did it? Had something to do with Puff's murder? I mean, do I think he had something to do with Pac's murder? Yeah. Do I think he had something to do with Biggie's murder? Yeah. Will it ever be proven? And that's the fucked up part. So I don't know. I don't know. Nobody does. And that's the fucked up part. Nobody does. All right. Let's get into it. Last but not least on this goddamn thing is so so I want to talk about this because I just saw this. Um, well, I saw it a couple months ago, and it's like that'd be interesting to talk about one day. So, uh, so there's like this new doc series, I guess, coming out about the Kardashians, I guess. And in the doc series, Caitlyn Jenner's in it, and I think she said something about she knew about the sex tape, and she knew that the Kardashians was trying to make money off of it. This damn tape won't die. Like it's just this shit will not die. And I get it because it made a whole entire family successful. So I get it. And like a part of pop culture and I get it. But my thing is this. The Kardashians are now in here. What can you really do? Did they probably plan that tape? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they probably fucking planned that tape. I'm pretty sure that when they saw it, when Chris saw the tape, she probably also did what Ray J said that they needed to shoot it over and do it in a different angle and all that shit. I'm pretty sure she probably did. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm pretty sure she probably fucking did. But they're here now, and we can't get rid of them. we listen. We have tried for what 20 fucking years. We have tried to get rid of these motherfuckers, and they are growing like roaches. I cannot. These motherfuckers are growing like roaches. I think what this is this, man. the Kardashians have become such a fucking cultural presence that even bad news bounces off of them. I don't think they care. And I think even if the truth does come out that they really did plan that tape, what the fuck does it do? What does it do? What does it change? They've already got the money. They already got the fame. They already got the success. What the fuck does it change? So, yeah. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about. I don't care if they knew or didn't. I don't care if they set it up or didn't. At the end of the day, they're here. And we have dealt with their asses for 20 fucking years. What the fuck else can we do? Anyway, this has been Point of View of Random Shit. I am Brandon Janeau. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys soon. Till then, peace.